Hi, my name is Taylor Murray. In this video, I will be reflecting on how my social position has affected my educational trajectory by answering a few questions. Everything about my social status has contributed to my educational experience this far. I am a white, cisgender woman raised in a lower middle class family. So my pursuit of an undergraduate education can be somewhat expected, as female students earn about 56% of the total undergraduate degrees in U.S. institutions. This could be connected to a greater cultural capital held by females over males, possibly due to extracurriculars or other social ventures. Personally, I was enrolled in dance classes and theater club and soccer teams from a young age and continued with excessive extracurriculars throughout my secondary schooling. This may have contributed to my educational attainment. One aspect of my schooling that's not exactly consistent with literature was my experience in a low socioeconomic Title I school. Overall, low SES schools have been found to lack external support. They face environmental obstacles like threats to students' health and safety, and they have negative social capital that makes it difficult for schools to connect to the rest of the community. This wasn't exactly the case in my elementary and middle schools, which were both Title I indicated schools. I personally had a great experience and was provided with a rich education with seemingly abundant resources. Yet this could be due to my status in honor classes versus the general education courses. Race, social class, and gender have greatly impacted my educational trajectory as well as the opportunities I have. As a child growing up in the middle class distinction, I was raised with ideals similar to other middle class children. While working class parents often teach their children that there are no excuses for bad grades or bad behavior, I and many others in my class were taught how to negotiate for good grades. Middle class parents are known for teaching their children how to ask for or even demand help in school. These parents often put themselves above the teacher, while working class parents stress the teacher's authority. These differences stem from the varying life experiences of these two groups. I feel like this upbringing gave me a sense of entitlement and self-power in an educational setting. If I was ever confused or needed more help, I always felt I was entitled to extra assistance or even extensive tutoring, which I had quite a bit of access to in my elementary school years. Being white and female has also given me an impactful advantage in education. White and especially female students often have better access to resources. While disadvantaged minority males are often put in special education disproportionately, white middle-class females are disproportionately placed in gifted programs. Research shows that distinctions such as these influence attainment outcomes through every level of education. I was identified as gifted in the 5th grade. The distinction didn't make much sense to me, especially when I was struggling to pass the FCAT the year before, but the title stuck and I excelled through my primary and undergraduate education. This could be attributed to labeling theory, in which the label a person receives becomes their overall outcome. The theory suggests that when a person believes they are what they are labeled to be, they fulfill their own prophecy through alignment with the characteristics of that group. While we often talk about how labeling someone deviant has an impact on overall behavior, it could still be possible that labeling someone gifted could yield similar results. I will definitely have more advantages than challenges stemming from my education experience. Once I attain my bachelor's degree, I will have access to more jobs than those without an undergraduate education. The main outcomes of education don't often lie in the technical skills learned, but in the vocabulary, style of dress, values, and manners schools teach. Employers are focused more on these skills and the prestige they bring to the workforce. I am also likely to reproduce my social class to any children I may have. They will likely obtain my cultural capital through socialization because of common personal interests like reading that enhances their education. It will be easier for my children to succeed in education because of my own education, just how my father's education impacted mine. A successful successful education can lead to better health, access to higher income, better resources, more social power, and it's easy to see that I personally have been very advantaged in education. All of it is attributed to my success in school due to my positive life chances. Thank you for watching.